Hey guys, it is finally here, the last Disney princess watch through video. Cue the applause, cue the tears, cue the awes. I'm feeling it all. But here we go. I have watched Aladdin, the animated version, and I already put the rank on the board because I did some slightly readjusting on the board, which I will show you at the end. But first, let's talk about Princess Jasmine. I don't know why this didn't occur to me until I was starting to watch the movie, but I was like, wait, all of these movies are named after or completely revolve around the princess. I mean, you got Pocahontas, Belle, Princess, like Moana, all these people, like, the movies are named after them, so they are the main focus, and the prince is, like, secondary. I should have thought of the name of the movie and really thought through that. But no, Jasmine is like really a secondary character in this movie. So it's really interesting to rank and review the movie because she is the secondary. It was an interesting thing. But I will say shout out to all the little boys who need a good Disney Prince movie. I'm here for it. I'm down. So let's dig in. I really enjoyed... first off, they include a lot of cultural stuff in this movie. Again, I've talked in the past about how I appreciate their attempt for diversity. Yes, they sometimes do a really bad job. Sometimes they are very offensive in their attempts at it. I am no way condoning that, but I am applauding that at least they are diverse. And so we have a different culture here, and there's some cool little things being thrown in, even when they talk about, like, you know, what food is being sold in the market. Like, that's food that, to my knowledge, which is limited, would typically be a part of that culture and that custom, but it wouldn't be, like, in ours. So, I just appreciate those little moments. So the dad... when he's pushing her to get married, it's partially because of the law. So let's first respect that. Second, I loved it. His heart when he was telling her part of the reason why was not just, well, the law says, like, but I'm not going to be around forever, and I want to make sure you have someone who's going to look after you and take care of you. Like, that's such a sweet, genuine dad thing. Like, let's not trash that. Let's not trash that. I'm a fan. I feel like Jasmine's request is very reasonable, that she wants more time to find the right guy. And I think the dad wants to give it to her, but he's like, the law. I don't get why the consultant can't change the law, but it's fine. But so I feel like they actually have a very healthy relationship in this moment of, like, he genuinely cares for her and wants her to have a good guy. And she's like, I understand that, but I want to make sure that he's someone I actually care about, someone I actually love. And I feel it's actually all totally reasonable, which was a pleasant surprise, as you probably know from the videos in the past. Sometimes I am not a fan. I love Raja. The fact that Jasmine is a princess with a tiger, I mean, like, she's amazing. She's the tiger queen. Like, I love that. I felt it was so representative of her personality, which was amazing. We'll get to that in our big three categories. I really love Jasmine. I felt Jafar was a fabulous villain. I am counting his bird Iago as our dark, ominous bird, because at times he's in shadow. Red is on a darker side of the color spectrum, in my opinion. And he's ominous and hilarious at the same time. So we have a dark, ominous bird, which I feel like we needed to for our last one. What's next? Oh, okay. So the way that Aladdin and Jasmine meet. So for him, it was kind of love at first sight, or at least like attraction and being enamored at first sight. And then he, like, saves her, and they have this time, right, where they're talking and they're moving through the streets. And I loved it because I felt like they genuinely formed a connection. They had genuine things in common with their values and their desires and their goals and their ambitions. And I love it because so many times in these Disney princess movies, which I love, they don't give us that moment to really buy into the romance, buy into the relationship. And so I really appreciated that moment, that I'm just like, you know, okay, sure, they don't really listen to each other, they talk over each other, whatever. But they have these genuine things in common, and they do build a connection. And I thought that was really sweet. I felt there was good chemistry. Genie is a fabulous wingman. He is such a good wingman. He is hilarious. The late Robin Williams was just comedic gold. I mean, we all know that, but just a shout out to him today on that. I mean, I forget because I've most recently seen the live action. The live action's great. Will Smith does a good job as the genie, as his own iteration of the character. But truly, like, nothing compares to Robin Williams. John Williams was the composer. It's fine. But it was just really cool, and I appreciate it, especially in those scenes, like, in the live action, we see the genie, like, in human form when he's being a wingman, so it's fun, and it's real. But here, they really played with the, having the animated side, and he would be, like, a bee buzzing in his ear or something, and it was just so much more funny. Like, it's definitely more like the fun kid animation, but it was just great. I really love that. Not enough reaction to Aladdin randomly appearing on the balcony, especially when these two haven't even had like a real conversation. Man just appears on the balcony, she has a reaction, but it's not enough in my personal opinion. And then she sees the magic carpet and she's like, what's that? And he's like, a magic carpet. She's like, that's cool. Are magic carpets normal? Is this... I don't get it. Like, I feel like magic is not a commonplace thing, and you would normally be like, okay, creepy guy's on my balcony, he pretended to jump off the balcony, that has a whole set of issues, and then he has a magic carpet. There's a lot of things to freak out about, or talk about, or react to, and she's just so chill. No, that was a misstep. The trust, I first was like, when he's like, do you trust me? And she's like, yep, hops on. I was like, that's too quick. But then I stopped and I realized, no, she already recognizes him a little as Aladdin, which is part of what I love about her. She's so good. Love it. Aladdin's nose is not animated consistently. You just watch. There's times where his nose seems perfectly proportionate to his face, and then other times his nose is like significantly bigger. I don't understand it. It's weird, but it caught my eye and it really bothered me. So I want it to bother you too, and we can feel bothered together. Jasmine's just amazing. She literally is like the one who basically saves everyone. She's always the one finding the loophole. She's always figuring out how to handle the situation. I love her. She is no damsel in distress. She is a heroine, and I love her, and she is amazing. But she was done dirty in this movie. Okay, time for the big three categories. The song. They got Leah Salong to voice this beautiful singing voice, and they gave her one duet. She doesn't get a solo song. I don't like it. I'm annoyed. I am thoroughly annoyed. But let's talk about A Whole New World. Guys, this is like the ultimate karaoke duet in life. I love this song. I think it's so fun. As it came on, I was just immediately thinking back to so many times at like camps or events or whatever where someone, like two people get up and like lip sync to this song or sing this song together. It's just so universally known, universally loved. It's sing-alongable. I think the theme works outside of just this. Like, the words are very specific to the moment, but it can have it arches so well into like this universal thing that people cling to. I love it. It shows the characters, it pushes the characters forward, it bonds the characters. It's so good. I want to give it a 10 out of 10, but because it's not a solo, and I'm really mad, and I know I shouldn't like strike against Jasmine for it, but I'm just mad at the people who made the movie, so it's only a 9 out of 10. Because she should have had a solo, even though the song is amazing. Thank you, live action movie, for giving Speechless, because Speechless is fabulous. As a role model, I'm going to go ahead and give her a 10 out of 10. I love Jasmine. I think she's independent. She knows her worth. Oh my goodness, can so many more people just know their worth already? Like, she stands up for who she is. She's like, no, like, I'm not just a princess. You can't just come after me for my money. Like, I want you to like me for me. She understands that. And oh my gosh, it was just so refreshing. It was so refreshing, even in an animated character, to see that. She's looking for a genuine connection. She's aware of why that might be difficult to find. She's just so good at looking for the right guy. It makes me very happy. And she does not look down on people for being in a different station of life, which is beautiful. Like, these princesses really don't do that, and a lot more of them come from the bottom and rise to the top. But like, I think there's just this beautiful moment of where she like wants him to be Aladdin and not a prince. Like, I think she's almost like a little disappointed when she finds out he actually is a prince who pretended to be a peasant, but then she goes with it. Like, I think that says so much to who she is and the way that she sees people, and it's fabulous, and it's a 10 out of 10. And the message that I'm choosing, there's so many good ones, as in almost all of these movies, but I'm choosing the message of be who you are. You just gotta be honest and truthful and you. I just love it. I think it's so real. Like, God made us all uniquely and wonderfully and beautifully, and he made you to be you. He didn't make you to be somebody else. He made you to be you. Now, does he want you to become the best you? The you he had, like, yes, you should grow. You should grow in the good ways, but you shouldn't be changing and conforming to try to be someone else, to try to be something you're not. Like, no. So I love it. It's a 9 out of 10. So now here we go. This is the big reveal. This is the reveal. I have made some adjustments. So we're going to start here at the bottom. At the very bottom, we have Aurora. Then we have Snow White, and I made a change. Then Merida. She's my Scottish princess. I love her. But honestly, I felt after some reevaluation, Tiana deserved a higher spot. It was good. There was just a lot of things that happened here. Ariel is above Tiana. You know my issues with her, but she's still great. Then Jasmine. Okay? Jasmine is above Ariel, but below my homegirl Mulan. You guys know how hard it is for me to have Mulan in the middle of the pack. It's so hard. And she is still number 1/2 in my heart. As I've said, I need to reiterate it because I love her and she is amazing. But when I look at this grand scope, just trying to be objective, I have to put her here. Above Jasmine, but below Cinderella. And there's another change. I did switch Anna, Elsa, and Cinderella. I know when I watched it back to back, I put it the other way. But when I'm just looking at the list, I was like, it doesn't feel right for where Cinderella is, where Anna and Elsa. I'm like, this just feels wrong when I'm looking at it. And I flipped them. So Anna and Elsa is above Cinderella. And then we have our Moana, Rapunzel, Belle, number 1/2 in my heart also. And then Pocahontas at the top. I am still shook that Pocahontas is at the top. I mean, I don't think this surprise is ever going to wear off for me. Belle being number 2, solid. What's funny is that people, like my roommate and I used to argue, and I would say I believe Frozen is a better movie than Tangled. But honestly, now that I've observed it in this way, Tangled is a better movie than Frozen. That doesn't mean that I prefer it personally, but it is better. That's it, guys. That is it. Oh my goodness. Can you paint with all the colors of the wind like our queen, Pocahontas? I don't know, hopefully. This has been so much fun. It's fun to be over, like, and done, because that is just fun, but it's also sad because this has been a lot of fun. But you know what? Don't you worry, because we are going to be starting a new watch through. We're going to be watching through our Christian movies, and I have a list almost completely assembled. We're going to be starting that later this coming week, so tune in on Wednesday for me to draw the first name, and tomorrow, Sunday, May 3rd, I am drawing names for the blanket, okay? This is going to be such a good day. I'm so excited. I will see you guys tomorrow on Zoom. As always, I love you. God loves you more. I'll see you then. Bye.